Hey, what's going on, guys? So I'd like to discuss a card. So I was playing the game, and I remember that this card came out, and I remember like putting it on my mind a while back, and I wrote it down in my notes for like videos to do, and I was flipping through the pages because I've also been using the same notebook for schoolwork. So I flipped back to some of the ideas, and I see it that I say Quaking Mirror Force, and then I kind of forgot what the card did. So I brought it back up on DevPro, and now I brought it up on the Yu-Gi-Oh wiki here, but this card, I feel like, is being really highly rated. I mean, I see it going from like $7 to $9 on websites right now, but like I feel like it's a lot better than Storming Mirror Force for couple of reasons right now. So Storming Mirror Force, you attack and it returns all your monsters. I mean, if you attack, it returns all the monsters back to your hand. It's a good card, don't get me wrong. And then there's been a Rippling Mirror Force, which people use if you have to be direct attack though. But Quaking Mirror Force might be better than all of them. Now, hear me out, and this is why. Now, for Monarchs, probably not as much. I would not put, you might want to side this out if you're going against Monarchs. But besides that, I feel like this card is better. And it's cheaper, as of right now anyways. I don't know if for some reason it blows up later. But just hear me out, okay? So if opponent's monster declares an attack, change all attack position monsters your opponent controls. So it's always attack position. So it's nothing changed with any other Mirror Force. It always has to be attack position monsters. So your opponent controls the face-down defense position, and it cannot be changed. Monsters change to face-down position by this effect cannot change their battle position. So your opponent can't flip it back up for Synchro Summoning. Your opponent can't flip it back up to Xyz. And the only thing that you can really do is tribute it. Well, besides Monarchs, yes, cards can be tributed. Do not get me wrong. Some Pendulum monsters that are like level 5 you could tribute this or something, or level 6 or higher. You could work around it, do not get me wrong, but that is wasting that. I like that even better. You're forcing your opponent to tribute his own monsters that he does not want to even tribute, unless if it's Monarchs or a deck that usually tributes, in which I'd say 90% of decks do not. You're forcing them to get rid of their monsters so they can put one onto the field. Or on the flip side, if you're playing a deck that doesn't have any monsters above level 4, and it's mostly just Xyz and Sync, well, you just fucked him up right there. Say if you had a big field of, like, I don't know, 3 monsters. That's a generalized, decent-sized field for attacking. Now they're all in face-down defense position. Yes, you still have to figure out a way to get rid of them, but he cannot turn them back up, and he can't do anything with them. It's also taking up more field space. So if he wants to make another play, he's got to require on 2 spots to make his big-ass play or whatever else he's going to do next. It's kind of like a collapse zone or whatever that card is, where you take out 2 of your opponent's monster card zones. That's effectively what this is doing. Now, like I said, there are pros and cons. There always is with any card. This card, just like with like I said with Storm and Mirror Force, return it to the hand is nice, but at the same time, sometimes you're just helping your opponent maybe get another effect off. And then there's Rippling Mirror Force, but then you have to be attacked directly. And then there's Mirror Force, but it only destroys monsters, and sometimes you don't want them to be destroyed. There's all pros and cons to every Mirror Force, but like I said, I might rather play Quaking Mirror Force right now in the game than others. Like I said, the Monarchs aren't so bad because then he'll just tribute them, so you're not helping him really, but you're really not helping him. Like, it's not a big problem for them or any deck that really can tribute a monster. But it's still, I see the pros to this. I definitely do. But like as I said, there's pros to everything, and I just like this effect. I haven't really tested it yet, so I can't say for sure. But I just like it. I don't know. I remember about it and then I forgot about it, and now the card's out, and I haven't really seen anything notice. And it's a very decent card. I could be wrong. There could be people playing it, but like for $9, I would totally play this over Storm Mirror Force any day. I mean, Storm Mirror Force's price has gone down a little bit now, but I just like this effect better. Not all decks would really. I would rather have a Pendulum monster be forced to be summoned via tributing a monster or 2 than him have to do something else with that monster that he would not have. That he would have normally done. It's basically helping it's your opponent taking out monsters with his own monsters. And yes, he might be able to get an effect off by that, but usually if you're doing this, if you're using this trap card, it's bigger monsters that they're attacking you to defend yourself with. But there's all sorts of scenarios. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! There's all sorts of ways it could go. But this is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool card. I would recommend it, at least testing it on DevPro or something before you purchase them. I would personally probably buy it, especially because right now it's cheap, and I feel like this is a card that might in the future go up in price. I haven't checked other card places right now. Right now, just on Amazon, which Amazon's actually usually inflated by $1 or so. Not always, but sometimes. And it's $7.14. So take that with a grain of salt. Like I said, this card I feel like could be like a $15 card more in the future. Once again, I don't know, but that's what I'm feeling because I think this card's got some good effects. Let me know down below what you think. Do you think it's usable? Do you think people will actually play this? And tell me the pros and cons and everything down below. Tell me what you think. I'll see you later, guys. Peace out.